Welcome back, everybody,
Hello.
to the Blind Wave podcast where we don't have Calvin.
I'm right here.
Just the way what?
You know, I had a teacher in high school. He would count that as tardy. I was like, all right, well, I'll leave.
If I'm tardy anyway, I might as well go.
Right?
If I'm tardy now, I'm gonna be real tardy. I ain't wasting it. Go in the bathroom.
Yeah, there's no percentage of tardy. It's a pass-fail.
Indeed.
But welcome, guys. We're back with the Blind Wave podcast. Second one in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Of the year.
that's
No.
impressive for us.
Now next week is gonna be the Badonka-Gonk podcast. We're gonna be talking about the Thrawn book.
Woo!
So make sure you guys are there for that and have caught up on your Thrawn book isms. Is that a word?
Bookisms?
I don't know. Read the book or listen to it. Whatever way. Your methods.
Both at the same time.
Absorb the material.
Sure.
Mark Thompson just narrate every book. He's so good.
He can't narrate every
He
book.
is
There are
so
too many books.
good.
Too many books.
And he
That
might
guy
not
can
be
do
able
an
to read
impression
every
of
language,
anything.
Eric.
But I have definitely talked about how good he is on my Survivor streams.
Have you?
Yeah.
He's so
We were
good.
talking about it yesterday.
Yeah.
The guys, the book's so good, but what makes the book so good, I think, for me, is just Mark Thompson doing the voice narration for it is just great. If it was someone else, I may have still just enjoyed it, but he just makes it better.
So much better.
So good. Yeah, speaking of it, I've been playing Jedi Survivor over on Wave Squadron, which has been a lot of fun. I've been enjoying that. Definitely like taking my time, trying not to rush it, but also trying to make progress in it.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, all of it's been fun, good. I've enjoyed almost every aspect of it. I've had a couple little glitches here and there
Yeah.
where I've like restarted the game because like something wasn't moving or I wasn't moving or something, but
They just released a patch today, so hopefully you'll have less of those.
sure.
Yay.
It hasn't been so bad where I'm like, son of a, like, I know some people played games, I think Cyberpunk had a lot of issues.
Every
Like,
game Calvin plays.
Yeah. But I don't think this is like, it hasn't destroyed like my enjoyment of anything. Just every once in a while I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So, it's been good.
Good stuff.
And Eric has been here on Twitch
Oh,
playing the game for like a couple hours
let me say
every
that
couple
again.
days.
Only a few minutes. Eric.
It's so fun. It's so good. I'm having such a great time. The only problem is that I'm having such a fantastic time that as I'm playing, I'm just dreading running out of time in that stream and not being able to play for a couple more days. Like I want to be able to use my time economically and do everything that I want to do on stream. But last stream I played for 4 hours and I visited 2 stables. That's all I did, and it was amazing.
I feel like you did something more than that. But like as far as like story progress kind of things, you mean? Or?
Yeah, I didn't really progress a lot of story, but I made a lot of discoveries. I did a lot of traversal.
Sure.
I met some new enemies. I got completely shocked by a new enemy. That was fun. And I did again what I did in Resident Evil 2,
I don't know.
where you know that one part of the game where like I beat it with like 0 time left on the clock. I did that again in a mini game. I had 0 on the clock. It was nuts.
Nice.
It's the second time it's happened. I think someone clipped it. But it was crazy.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, I
I
haven't
get
gotten that
0
far.
in Ocarina of Time. It's like, fuck you. Try again.
Yeah, it doesn't go 0 seconds, 53 milliseconds. It's just done.
No, I understand. Like I've spent a lot of time in Survivor 2 just kind of like exploring where I'm like, I'm not in a rush to get through. I just want
Yeah.
to, and both of those games I think too have like elements where it's like, you can just explore. It's part of the game is to like, what else is here? What else can you find? What secrets are around?
Yep.
I found
And-
I found an Easter egg in Survivor that was crazy. And I'm not going to say anything about it, what it is.
Okay.
Hopefully you find it whenever you play through.
Good.
But,
Did they clip that?
but I don't know.
Is it an actual Easter egg?
Yes. What do you mean?
Like
It's
the kind
something
of
that
thing
you
that you
open that
find and
has-
hunt during Easter.
Oh,
Has bite-sized.
no, it's
chocolate.
not a literal egg. It is it's something.
Dang. Is that right, Katie? Tears of the Kingdom has sold 10 million copies in 3 days.
Yep.
Do you know
Yep.
Fastest
That's
selling Zelda game
insane.
yet.
one thing that's crazy, and I don't know if it's true exactly. I'm pretty sure it was a thing I saw on Twitter from Nintendo, but that they sold out of their digital copies for the game, which I'm like, man, I don't think I've ever heard of that ever happening.
Well, yeah.
Because like it's a digital copy of the game, you know? It's not like you go to the store, you got to buy a physical, and then you only have so many.
I don't know
Like
how that
usually you
works.
can just make however many of those you
Sure,
want, but it
like-
must be the servers of like.
Is it a
accessing
restriction
it.
of like the hexadecimal code that
I
they
don't know.
use? Like how many characters and everything?
But I thought it was crazy that was a thing.
That's crazy.
I think that's the final nail in the coffin for $60 games.
The final nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
What, the downloadable?
No, just because it was $70 and sold so well on
Yeah.
an older platform.
No
Like,
game is going to be only $60 when they can charge 70 now, is what he's saying.
It proved price don't matter.
I mean, you just got to like spend time, make a good game.
I'm just happy
That's
that,
also true.
like, you know, between God of War, Ragnarok, Jedi Survivor, Tears of the Kingdom, like, especially with them all selling so well. I know that the Harry Potter games sold really well, too. But these really big, primarily single-player games, hopefully that just puts that trend back that way, you know? That's the type of game that I like. I'm not really into the big multiplayer games, but I really like getting lost in single-player games, and it seems like we're getting more. And it's profitable.
It's true. Yeah, Capcom, I think, has had its most profitable year ever on the backs of all the remakes. But those are all story-based games as well.
But yeah, I've just been having a great time. Initially, when you learned that this is going to be the same Hyrule that you've been in Breath of the Wild, I think initially people have the feeling of like, well, that's boring. I know where everything is, and if that's what you thought, it's so different. Everything is so different. You have that like idea of being familiar, but because I know it so well, it's like I can tell the differences more, and yeah, just around every corner is a new experience. And
Sure.
up every island is a new experience. And every hole is a new experience, let me tell you. If you thought like, well, all right, this is just the same map that I do again. No, there's much more to the map. And it's a really fun experience, especially down below. Oh, it's so cool.
No, I've played it a little bit
Yeah,
from home, and I am about as far as you were on the first stream.
gotcha.
It's been like a half hour here, a half hour there, but like going around exploring,
Yeah.
solving little puzzles or whatever, going through shrines. Like I haven't been rushing through any of that either.
Yeah.
And I got to a point like, all right, let me get this. All right, I'll stop here and I'll go to
Sure.
bed. But I haven't dove into it for hours like you got to on
Yeah.
stream yet.
My favorite thing about it is like I at first didn't love the weapon system in Breath of the Wild, but after I played it 2 or 3 times, I ended up really enjoying the way it paced the game. Because it encouraged you to not just run in and kill everything. It's like, well, what do I need? I don't want to waste stuff. I'm in the wild. I have to manage resources. But this game kind of like takes that concept and runs with it in a much better way. And I think that flows for a lot more people, in that you defeat enemies and you can take pieces of those enemies and fuse them to your weapons. So let's say you take down a pretty low-level enemy, you can take its horn and make it into a weapon. Now that weapon is more powerful and can take over a bigger enemy. So what you end up doing is kind of like starting small, and then like to get to more powerful things, you have to fight stronger enemies. And it feels like a really cool progression that you're able to do. I really like it.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah. And everything just, there was a small part of me that had to get over, like, this how ridiculous it is to have, like, a giant metal spike on the end of a piece of wood. But, 1, it's a magical ability. And 2, Link is just canonically incredibly strong.
Sure. Like, hey, I have this long stick. Let me put
Yeah.
this giant boulder on it.
It depends on his gloves, but yes.
It can depend on the gloves, the gauntlets, exactly. Yeah. But man, it's been a lot of fun. Off stream I've been playing as well. I've generally learned that like cave systems I can do that off stream because it's generally just enemies and rewards and stuff like that. Not a whole lot of spoilers or not spoilers, but story stuff happening there.
Well, the thing you don't want to have is like you come across a new or big enemy that you're like, oh man, I should have had this on stream because look at this thing.
Yeah, and it's happened once or twice already, but nothing too crazy. But yeah, the last stream I came across 2 new enemies and it rocked my world.
Nice.
One was just a surprise. I can't believe this is happening. and the other one was absolute abject terror. You thought Guardians were scary. No. Guardians are not scary. These things are scary.
Something Colson came across. It's like, Dad, come here, look at this.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil you, but it's not a story thing.
Yeah.
And I came over, looking at him, and I'm like, what are you going to do? He goes, run.
That's exactly what you do. Yeah.
I'm like, all right. He's like hiding behind a rock trying to like not get hit by anything or not get seen or whatever and stuff.
Scamper away.
Yeah. So, no. It's interesting, and I'm glad that I think things like that, and I don't know how well Survivor has done or anything, but the idea that it has to be a multiplayer game only, hopefully they, like Rick was saying, like having a higher priced game, as long as they spend time on it, I'm fine with a single player game that I can spend time in and play and enjoy. Like so many games now is like, all right, well here's your 3-hour story and your multiplayer, and here's $70.
Yeah.
Or we're gonna give you multiplayer, and then we'll have the story later. And now we're going to remove it. And we're not going to give you this story. Have you guys heard about that with Blizzard?
Yeah, Overwatch 2.
Yeah.
Overwatch 2 came out as like the idea of like, well, we're going to make a story game for this. There's going to be a story element to it. And we're going to have the multiplayer and all that. And as it's gone more and more, the story element hasn't gotten there. And then recently they just announced that like, well, guys, we were over ambitious and it's not going to work out. So we're actually not going to have the story stuff that we were wanting to have.
Which is like the whole point of an Overwatch 2.
I mean, the whole...
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, a lot of the reason they were making Overwatch 2 is that they were like, we will make a story-based version of this game, and we're going to make the game and everything, too, for multiplayer. Now, and it also was a free
It is a free
to-play game.
right?
But also, like, a lot of people have, like, spent money in the game and played it, and they could I mean, everything switched over from Overwatch 1 to Overwatch 2. But
now, all the money that people spent on, like, crates and stuff, that as soon as they opened Overwatch 2, it automatically opened all their crates that they were saving for like releases and stuff of other content so that they would have a greater chance of getting it. They were just automatically opened.
Yeah.
They lost all that. I can understand people being upset about that too.
Sure. But yeah, so now just having no PvE. They said that they're going to have like PvE co-op elements that happen, but it sounds more like, at least what I was reading or watching was talking more of like, they have like Halloween like special events where there's like computer AI enemies that you're trying to work against with your team of 4 or whatever, or 5, and it sounds more of like those kind of things. But people were more interested in like a story with like cinematic story, because the cinematics and like that, and like, you know, a lot of Blizzard cinematics are just really cool. There's a lot of neat stuff, but with Overwatch, it's like there's a lore here that I don't quite know, and I get little bits from these cinematics. It'd be so cool to journey in with a story.
Yeah,
and now they're like, oh, I guess we're not going to get that.
I don't play the games, but I have seen some of the cinematics, and I just assumed that, oh, man, yeah, this game must have a crazy amount of story to it because their characters seem so defined and they seem so loved and stuff. But it sucks for the people that have been fans for a long time. And this game has been out for 3 years now, right?
Overwatch 2?
Yeah. Like, that means that there was at least like 2 or 3 years of development that
I don't think it's
just been canceled.
3, is it? It hasn't
Something
been that long.
like that.
I don't know. I've lost a few years. 2022 of October.
Was it?
Yeah.
So only...
Well, I guess I should say it's
been a few months
since they started developing the game or something like that. I think I saw Philip DeFranco talking about it. But I don't know.
Sure.
I'm also just bullshitting. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, Overwatch 1 came out in 2016.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know how long they've been working on it. I'm sure they've been working on stuff for a few years, but
Gotcha.
I know some people were like, were you ever actually planning on PvE, or was that kind of like your selling point and now you're taking it away? So I don't know. We'll see, I guess, what they do, but I don't know. I like a lot of PvE. I play a lot of PvP stuff as well, but I also really enjoy like co-oping and working together on something. And this idea is sounding cool, and the cinematics and the characters have always seemed really neat. Like we've watched some of the cinematics before.
Yeah, we've reacted to them,
and they're usually pretty good, and they have like a nice little contained story in it. But like, man, what could you do with this as a story, you know? So
going to more like lore of like the character backgrounds and stuff like that.
Yeah. Seeing the interactions, you know, like World of Warcraft, when I've played that, like the cinematics are awesome. But then there's also like lore and more things like when you play the game that you get. Whereas like in Overwatch, at least the ones I've played, I haven't like, I know some stuff does environmental storytelling and stuff, but I haven't necessarily gotten a ton of stuff of Overwatch whenever I played the first one of like, hears what this is and what's happened and what's
Sure.
going on. It's
I feel like you get more from like two characters quipping at the beginning of a match,
yeah,
sometimes, but
sure.
yeah, there's not a whole lot there.
But
Yeah,
I don't know.
can
Maybe
always
things like
appreciate that Nintendo seems to be pretty consistent with like releasing complete games. Not a ton of brokenness to them.
sure.
Like they seem to have a pretty good track record with that. I mean, there'll be little glitches here and there.
They're typically
Yeah,
pushed towards like single player
Yeah.
story driven things too.
Yeah.
I mean, they had like Splatoon, which is more of a
Sure.
multiplayer game. ARMS, which is more of a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't get online play right for Smash.
It's not great. It's better
I
than
know
it
Mario
was.
Kart had a problem for a long time.
That's true.
I don't know if it still does.
Mario Kart Wii was amazing online. I remember playing that all the time, having no issues.
That's good.
But it is kind of crazy to compare, like Ruku says in chat, like the quality and the scope and expanseness of Zelda versus something like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which is a game I very much enjoyed. But I still felt like, man, they could push this way more, and they're not.
Sure.
Whereas like Zelda, I thought they already pushed enough, and they pushed 12 times more. Or I should say at least 3. 3 times more.
This one feels more of like they've added a lot more to it than it just being like,
I mean, and
here's
to
a
be-
sequel with everything just
Yeah.
fully rehashed.
And to be fair, like Breath of the Wild was primarily developed for the Wii U. I mean, that's why the Sheikah Slate in that game looks like the Wii U pad, right? And
Yeah.
then we're gonna have this whole like map system where you can always have your map out and do that type of thing. And it ended up changing and becoming kind of like a Switch launch title. But yeah, Tears of the Kingdom is able to take advantage of a lot more stuff. I will say, my favorite thing that I've done so far is turn off the HUD. I'm using Pro HUD. It has nothing on there, not even the hearts anymore. If you get hurt, you can see your hearts. But I think that what that did for me is when I always have the mini map available to me, I end up like thinking of the world that I'm in more top down than I do like a plane that I'm on. I know that it's not like that for everybody, but in my brain, I kind of like just start thinking of things as being on a map. So not having the mini map there and then like just checking my map separately has kind of like helped separate that for me, and I can really like, I'm in a town, I need to be like, what's it like to stand here, not just to try to think of everything around, but to be in the moment. And that's really helped me out with like this enjoyment of being in the game and trying to, experience
Immerse yourself.
immerse myself, experience what the sound designers are trying to get you in the music track and all that stuff. I find myself when I have a mini map on screen, almost like looking at that a lot more than I am what I'm doing,
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it was really helpful for me to just remove it, and it also just feels way more immersive with having nothing on screen. It's pretty easy.
There's not too much on screen to begin with, really,
I mean,
right?
there's hearts, there's what power you have selected, there's like, a couple like directions like to change your arrow loadout. You can press left to change your weapon loadout, that type of thing.
So
But I know that.
But-
Once you played it for a couple hours, you have that memorized.
when you push the left and right, it opens those up still, right?
Yeah, it still opens them up. It's just when you're playing normally, there's just no HUD on the screen at all now. Which I guess the only thing, maybe when I start getting more hearts, keeping track of where I am there. But even if you just hit pause, you'll be able to see your hearts. So
Yeah, I think more games are trying to lessen HUD
yeah,
as much as they can. I don't feel like Survivor has that intrusive of a HUD.
Really?
I feel like it's fairly minimal.
Yeah.
And then some of the stuff, too, doesn't show up unless you're in combat, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
Yeah.
when you're exploring and looking around, like, you're not really seeing,
yeah.
well, here's my force power or something like that,
Especially when you're playing on the Switch, like not in docked mode, and it's a very small screen. Like I want all the real estate I can get, Which is what I'm doing when I'm not on stream.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Oh, so much.
Yeah.
Like so much that the days I'm not playing are worse. Because I've had to all of my social media and YouTube and everything, it knows me so well. I was trying to consume Zelda, and now I can't. So every time something really interesting pops up, I immediately have to hit pause and immediately have to hit not interested, but it keeps popping up on my YouTube, I'm like, no, don't show me anything.
I've done pretty good so far, I think, avoiding Jedi Survivor things. I think the most thing I usually get is like chat sometimes will set expectations a little bit, because like I'll see chat moving sometimes, and I don't look at it 100%, but like I'll glance over it a lot, and like I'll see things like, oh, it's coming up, you know, or something like that. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm coming up to something, so like I'm not as surprised as I might be, but it hasn't been things where it's like, here's you know, here's what the villain is, or here's what you're gonna have to fight, or you know, open that door and you're gonna find, you know, Darth Vader or something, you know, like they haven't done any of that kind of stuff. So, and I haven't seen a whole lot. I didn't really look up much before. I was kind of avoiding most things. Yeah. So, video wise or anything, it hasn't recommended. Mostly I get Pokemon and stuff like that. I get Pokemon and Dead by Daylight.
The toughest thing for me is there's a part of the game, all right, there's a bunch of parts of the game that rely upon your creativity to solve a puzzle, to traverse the landscape, and it really is like hands off. Like, do whatever you want. Here's a bunch of tools. And I started just experimenting and building some crazy stuff, but I'm a dummy compared to a lot of these players that are engineers and can build, you know, amazing things. You know, like it took like one day, and I saw a screenshot of someone like, okay, yeah, all right, we can go there. I didn't know we could go there. So it's really special. But I feel like, oh man, I'm not allowed to go and like look at it all because I don't want to get spoiled on different parts you can use and stuff.
Sure,
you know?
yeah. No, I saw someone who was like, they're talking like, oh man, I just started playing Tears of the Kingdom. It's been so much fun, but I feel like there's people out there making like mechs or something, and I have like a boat with a fan, you know, and that's like the difference. Like he was picturing like people in like Zone of the Enders or something.
I saw,
and he's like, this is ridiculous. I feel like people can make all kinds of crazy stuff, and I don't get it. I
saw a TikTok, and like on the other side of this field was, you know, there's a stone talus that's from the old game, which is these giant rock monsters. On top of the taluses are enemy camps, and it's gigantic, and it's coming across the field. And then this guy built a mech, and it's coming across the field, and it's playing Evangelion Neon Genesis music.
Wait, so like there is like,
so he made amazing.
He made like a literal mech.
He made a walking mech.
I figured he was like, what's the word? Is it hyperbole?
No,
right? I thought he was doing
had
that.
Legs and arms and a laser.
A laser.
And he was driving it.
All right. Wow.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. But I also like that, you know, if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. You can do whatever you want to do.
I don't think I would be that good with it.
Yeah.
I've already started to feel like I'm going to be overwhelmed with all these things and where I put them and how I do it. Like I'm not creative enough to come up with I'll solve the problem, but it's not going to be super crazy.
I think the best thing about the game right now is that if you can just think of a wild idea, like, you know, every time I come to a new shrine puzzle, I'm not trying to do what is obvious. I want to do what's not obvious. I came to this shrine where I had like a couple platforms and a little bit of balloons and some candles, and I could see, okay, it wants to make me one thing for this, one thing for this. And I said, what if I make one thing for both? And I just had to like, okay, I had to balance it, I had to do this and this, and it worked. And that's the great feeling. Cool. And it feels like that's prominent in the Zelda community right now. People being like, will this work? And yeah, it does.
It'll be interesting to see, because like I feel like people did crazy stuff in Breath of the Wild, and that had less creative expression routes.
Yeah.
you know,
less intended ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But okay, can I tell you one thing, Rick?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember the Zelda cartoon?
I do.
When Link
Of course.
he's leaving the castle one day and he just like throws a bomb down and gets on his shield and just flies away.
Yep.
You can fuse a bomb to your shield and fly away.
That's great.
Isn't that you know, that's amazing. And it doesn't give any damage.
Rocket jumping.
Yeah. You can put a bomb or anything explosive on your shield, use the shield button, and if someone hits you, you won't get hurt because you're on the other side of the shield.
So it's like a claymore?
Reflect.
Yeah. You can do whatever you want.
Can I put a fan on my shield?
Yeah.
And then jump and do like I'm gonna do a slide, but then just fly with it?
You can put
That'd be
a
fun.
minecart on your shield and use it as a skateboard.
I think you're making shit up now.
If you can think it, you can do it.
If you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
All right. Well, What about Calvin, Rick? Have you guys been like we're talking about our streams and stuff too, and whatever you guys? I don't know what you guys have been doing.
Well, Rick started up his streams again.
Yeah.
I did. I had a boxing stream and didn't break anything. Either punching bag or my body.
Which is good.
So that's a plus. There will be another one this Saturday. Learning the shovel hook. Very excited about.
Shovel.
It's a very fun punch. Yeah, it's fun. Off like camera, I've been playing the Yakuza series, which have been incredible. Great story-based games. Just great like gangster stories. Fantastic characters. Feels like a very realized world. It's a little like how I imagine Tears of the Kingdom is, where they will reuse the same, like you're in the same city for every game, but like time passes and different shops have moved in, or like there are new quest givers, that sort of thing. So yeah, it's just been a fantastic series. I'm on Yakuza Kiwami 2, where the combat has changed pretty significantly from the last couple that I've played, and I think I'm enjoying it more than I have the other ones so far in terms of combat. But,
Cool.
Yeah, really good stuff. Haven't had much time for anything else. It's mainly just been that.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, off stream as well. I've been playing a shit ton of Squad, which I've been falling in love with. It's a 100 player 50 versus 50 game.
Squad, you said?
Yeah, Squad. It's like a
It reminds me of
mil sim kind of
It makes me think of Mag. Do
Battlefield kind of Mag. Yeah.
you remember Mag, Rick?
Oh yeah.
It reminds me of that a little bit,
Okay.
where it's like huge battlefields and you're being instructed right by.
Yeah. So you have like a commander that's over your team, which is over the squad leaders, and then the squad leaders have like between 8 and 1 squaddies that they run around with.
8 and 1. Okay.
Well, yeah. Sometimes they lock their squads, and it's just 2 people running around.
This is kind of cool. So it's published by a Canadian indie developer called Offworld, and it's the spiritual successor to the Project Reality modification for Battlefield 2.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it's mil sim, but a lot of times it's just a lot of fun. You can roll around with people, or fart around, take it seriously. But
You know what's strange? I don't know if you guys feel this way at all, but when I see this type of thing, I go in my head, it's like I can't start playing this because I know I'll get obsessed and I don't have enough time already. But man, if I was a kid, no responsibilities, this would have been the stuff that I would have spent all my time playing. Those massive multiplayer games, you know. But I'm almost afraid of them because, like, I know myself. I know I have an addictive personality, when it comes to games like that. Like, look at me with this, first-person Nintendo game. Like, what if I get into something like this?
Sure.
That's why I haven't played the Steam release of Dwarf Fortress yet.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that'll be it.
It's kind of similar to Arma, Katie, but less buggy.
Do you have a squad or do you just play solo? Like, do you have people that like you guys kind of play together a little bit, or like you might have a full?
I don't
squad?
have like regulars.
Okay.
You can't really play solo.
Yeah.
Just
like, I
just
imagine
because you
it
get
either
to, like
just
the recruit kit kind of thing.
I imagine it either just puts you in with random people.
Yeah.
Or
you
like
can choose what squad and what role that you want.
Okay.
A lot of times, the more desirable roles get picked quickly, so you kind of have to be quick about it.
Like, what's one of the desirable roles?
Hats.
Hats.
Heavy anti-tank.
Oh, like
hats
who with
and
rocket
lats
launchers
would
and
be-
stuff?
yeah.
Okay.
Heavy anti and light anti-tank.
I want to be a sniper.
There's marksman.
Yeah,
and
that's what I
those are some of the most useless classes, and everybody hates it when people pick marksman.
I would be sniping everyone out. Prove them wrong.
The best classes are probably
Is there a medic?
medic and rifleman, which is like the basic one, but they carry around a pack that they can drop on the ground and they can resupply everybody on their team.
So
And-
do you not need to have every class on your squad?
You don't have to.
And you but you also can't just have
It makes you a
all-
more dynamic. You can't have all medic.
You can't have
it's
all hats or
restricted
something?
to 2. And yeah, you can't have all hats or lats. It's restricted to 2 per squad. But
This
everybody could be a rifleman if they wanted to.
Oh, that's okay.
That would be okay.
Oh.
But again, you wouldn't be as a dynamic team. You know, you wouldn't be
Sure.
able to engage everything. You would just be
You're like, oh no, it's a
basically
tank.
like
We don't
infantry
have
to
any
infantry.
anti-tank people.
yeah.
Hide. Okay.
But maybe I'll play that on like Discord or something, and if anybody's interested, we can get a squad rolling.
Well, speaking of squads, we'll have a squad tomorrow when we
Yes.
play Fortnite.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah, it's the last day of the
It's not the last day of the Star Wars event
last
yet.
weekend. That's what I
it's
meant.
The last, it's the last Friday that it's going to be happening, so
Yeah.
we're going to do that. I think it ends either Sunday or Monday or
Something like that,
sometime
yeah.
next week. So,
the Star Wars
This-
event, right?
yes. But we'll be having a group stream here on Twitch where we'll be playing through, well, not playing through, but playing some matches of
Yeah,
of Fortnite,
some quick short matches.
which short matches maybe, yeah.
Probably.
It will be my very first time playing Fortnite ever.
Yeah.
Another game where I'm like, people really like that. I know what I'm like. I should stay away.
I played it one day when it launched, and then I uninstalled it and never looked back.
I mean, I played it before when they had all the building and then they removed the building, and I like it so much more.
No
I
build.
was just not good. All these kids making skyscrapers while I'm just on the ground trying to shoot at them. I'm like,
I
how are they
remember
doing this?
at one point I was like, you know what? I want to try and get better at Fortnite. Fortnite seems like a game that's going to be around for a while. I want to try to be better at that. And I played a couple matches. Like, man, I'm just getting killed a lot. Maybe I should look up some videos of like how to be better. And I saw the skill ceiling for building, and I was like, nope, this is not my game. I am too old. I don't have enough buttons for all of that shit to build. And I'm like,
It's crazy
I'm
watching
going
some
back
of
to
the
Apex.
people watching people who know how to build and like they just do things so quick, and it's between the build and their gun, and I'm like, I can't even go that fast
No.
between the two, and they
And
know
especially like starting a wall and then changing the build of the wall into like a doorway and going through that and then changing it back to a wall.
it. Yep.
Like,
Yep. It's so
They
fast
can
and
burrow
crazy.
through other people's buildings and shit. It's ridiculous.
It's crazy the licenses they're able to get.
There have
Like,
been
I
a
don't-
lot.
It's like every week. It's like, oh, here's Thanos and here's Goku and here's Anakin Skywalker. I'm like, they're in one game.
Goku Black
Damn.
just joined in. Right now, you can get Anakin Skywalker and Goku Black from the store.
That's great.
Isn't
so-
there like a Miles event coming as well?
I've heard that he's supposed to be coming to the game. He as of the other day when I played, he wasn't on, but
Gotcha. Is like the next event after the Star Wars one, maybe?
probably, yeah. Because they've been doing the Star Wars since May 4th or so. They've been doing the Star Wars event, which has like Darth Maul available in it. There's clone troopers you can get and stuff too. So
I felt like the last time so many licenses had to be juggled was for like the Rock Band era.
sure,
Rock
yeah.
Band, Funko,
Ready Player One.
Funko Pop's got a lot of licensed stuff.
I unlocked Aaron Yeager in the game,
Nice.
so that was cool. There's a ODM gear in the game too, so you can like
As any character, you can pick up the ODN gear.
yeah, if you find it's an item in the game, and if you get it,
Nice.
you can like ODM like through the levels, like grabbing trees and like just flying
Now,
through
does
the
it
air.
have to be like? Does it actually connect to trees and stuff, or
You'll
can
see, like,
you
little-
go through like a field where it just the lines go up into the sky and
No,
connect to something?
It has to connect to something.
Oh,
so like
okay.
as long as you see this little like white reticle kind of showing up on the ground, it'll attach to that. Now it could attach to like cliff sides or ground and pull you.
Oh, okay.
And then when you let go, you kind of jump and get a little height. And then if you like right click, you kind of like hover for a second, and then you can like left click, I think it is, and you'll like fly at him and attack. There's also thunder spears, so you can get thunder spears. You can be like shooting thunder
Oh,
spears and
nice.
stuff off.
Now, is Nicolas Cage in the game?
He's not, but John Wick is.
John Wick, I think, is in the game.
Well-
RoboCop is in the game. I don't think Nicolas Cage has been in this game, Rick.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
Because we watched a trailer,
We did.
which
I was looking to see. Did we get that?
I really shouldn't have shown Eric and Calvin.
you didn't know.
But I saw it and I was just so shocked. I had to
Make sure you're awake.
make sure I wasn't dreaming.
Oh, that's funny.
The idea of Nicolas Cage in Dead by Daylight is odd to me, and I don't know why. I don't know why or what it's gonna be.
I don't know how it's a
assume-
thing.
I'm assuming he's gonna be a survivor and not a killer, but I don't know why he's just Nicolas Cage. So
I don't know. From
I
his
love it.
voiceover, it could be either way, right?
sure. Well, because like they didn't add Bruce Campbell to the game, they added
Yeah.
Ash.
Yeah, Ash
You know?
Williams.
So and like that's connected to a horror movie franchise. Like Nicolas Cage, I think there's characters that could have been added, but they chose none of them. They just chose Nick Cage.
Sure.
So
That's what I said, Katie. Why not both?
I don't know. We'll see.
That
Why not
reaction's
both?
filmed somewhere. I forget when. It was before something else.
No, someone's right though. Closest that I can think of then is there's a Ghost Rider that's in the game you could buy, but he was more there for Marvel,
Yeah.
but not necessarily like he didn't turn into like Nick Cage when he turned off his fire or anything, you know.
Right.
So I don't know. It's it'll be interesting to see what they do with that. Which maybe we can play that again in October when Nick Cage is out and available. That won't
be
we
fun.
We won't know more until July for
I'll
that
have to
one,
buy Nick Cage.
right? You're like, I'm playing Nick Cage.
You should all be Nick Cage.
Yeah.
But yeah, make sure you guys are back tomorrow, 3:00. We'll be playing Fortnite. I'm excited to see how we do with that. I need to finish off my Star Wars quest so I can get Darth Maul.
That's the only reason we're streaming.
Why?
So you can finish your
Oh,
quest.
I might have it done before we stream. I just
Now, is it? It's such that like if you miss that event, you just can't get that thing anymore, or does it
yeah.
come back? Is there like a store?
I think that they're gonna. I only know this because my son told me.
Yeah.
But supposedly, if you don't do the quest line and stuff, the store will have them available at some
Yeah.
point. But you probably pay more for them in the store
Oh, sure,
than
yeah.
paying. Like right now, you can get some of the stuff if you don't pay anything.
Yeah.
And then if you pay, I think it's 1,000 V-bucks, you can get the other half of the stuff.
Yeah.
So there's like 2 bars as they fill together.
Sure.
You just get
it's
the
the
loot.
pass, right?
It's a pass. It's not the battle pass because that's a separate one.
Right.
So it's like an extra one.
Gotcha.
But
Like a loot pass or something.
yeah, kind of. But right now it's like if you pay 1,000 V-bucks, you get the Coruscant clone trooper, like the red. And then as you do quest lines that are specifically Star Wars quest lines, which they might be like completing bounties.
Yeah.
Or surviving bounties, or they might be taking out clone troopers, or defeating Darth Vader because he's in the game too, or defeating enemies with a lightsaber because there's 3 types of lightsabers in the game too. You can get like as you complete those, you get points and you unlock new cosmetics and stuff.
Yeah.
Which was like I think it was the Wolf Squad was one like the gray look
Yep.
from Plo Koon. I forget what number it is.
Those boys.
And there was
Close
like
bros.
there was an Ahsoka, like the mask clone
Commander
trooper,
Bly.
right?
Is that right?
Commander Bly.
Bly is with Ayla Secura.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Is that one green? I don't know.
Blows is the 104th.
Plos is. So that might be what that one
with
is.
Wolf.
And then you
They're
eventually,
like the gray.
yeah, they're a gray color. And then eventually you can get just the regular clone trooper. You can get Darth Maul. You can get Darth Maul's ship, the Sith Infiltrator,
Sweet.
right? Like that's
Yeah,
a
the
glider you
scimitar.
can get.
Nice.
You can get. He has a. His
Now,
his
what do you-
pickaxe is like a
what do
polearm
you
from like
use
the
ships
comics. You glide. So like,
Oh, it's like
you
when
know
you're
how
parachuting
like
so
a
in.
paraglider,
you know, like in
okay.
Tears of the Kingdom, when you just jump off really high and you fall, like that's every match of Fortnite.
Sure.
But once you get too low, you pop your glider up like
Yeah.
Link can, right? He has a
Yeah.
glider. You do that, but everyone's gliders can be different things. There's been like Tron bikes. There's been eyeballs. There's been like I have the Slave One,
Yeah.
like all kinds of different ships. I have Anakin's Jedi ship now, stuff like that too. I have the Anakin pack, so he has like his little ship and his stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It is crazy though. The licenses, like whoever said, there's a lot of them that they've done.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be tomorrow. Join us for that.
Definitely.
I did get signed up for competing in the VGC for the Pokemon Championships in Columbus. I wasn't able to get the kids in.
Yeah.
It filled up so quick.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there were 3 waves and stuff, and it was just they just happened so fast. So I'm gonna have to get my team set up and everything. I think not this weekend, but I think next weekend, maybe next Sunday, I might stream on Pokemality. And one of my thoughts was to work with chat on making a team and seeing how our team will do in the competition. It's like maybe like work on making a team, and then I'll build the team and get them
Yeah.
all set up, and then maybe like battle it online, either against viewers or just ranking and stuff like that, just to get some practice with it over the next month or so. And then yeah, that's on June 30th is the actual championship.
So if anybody's around the Columbus, Ohio area and wants to check out some Pokemon and come see you, they can.
Yeah, I'll be there. Melanie will be there. I think you're going.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'm going as a spectator, but I'm gonna have fun anyway.
So, I haven't done any competition stuff in Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I ever did. Like, I've battled online and stuff and done some card game stuff
this
with
is
like friends and whatnot. But this is like a championship.
Yeah.
The closest I got was,
So this is over the board, real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like when you feel like I'm good at Smash, and then you go to like an actual Smash tournament, and you're like, I'm not good at Smash.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what it's gonna be like.
I am, but my
have,
character's bad.
I know.
I'm not gonna have any.
game controller.
My character's so bad. I'm not gonna have any high hopes that
My
I will
Wavebird wasn't getting a signal.
that I will place well or anything, but we'll see how it goes. And I think I thought it could be fun to like make a group, because I also like there's a meta that I've been looking into of like certain characters or Pokemon and why they're in the game, like why they're being used on teams a lot and stuff. And it's like I could use what everyone uses, or I could try to do something different. Because sometimes I just like using certain Pokemon. Not necessarily they're the best ones, but I don't know. We'll see. So I'll probably do that, like I said, not this weekend, but next weekend. Start working on getting everything set up and rolling.
Neat.
Yeah, luckily you don't have to have your team and everything finalized until like the day before the event.
Cool.
That is good.
Yeah, because I was not prepared.
Yeah.
I was about to just make one up real quick.
Yeah.
So I'll do this one. So that'll be fun, and I'll be streaming that on Pokemality. So make sure you guys subscribe over there, and maybe you can help me make a team if you guys want.
You know what Fortnite is? Fortnite is the new pinball machine,
Yeah.
right?
Because pinball
Because of all the
machines
licenses.
just
I get what you mean.
here's
Like
this
anytime
movie.
a big movie came out, there was a pinball machine made for it.
Well, sometimes like a video game would come out that's big, and they would make a pinball.
Yep.
They would make a game on the video game.
Dude, did you ever go down like the Nerf aisle at a toy store? They have like, I never played it, so I don't know what it's like, but it has amazing Nerf guns. Like the action figures I've seen of Fortnite are incredibly high quality. Jealous of those fans.
Yeah, like
We might start a new obsession for Eric.
maybe.
I only have so much room.
You
I've
just-
got too many already.
Like, we gonna group stream Fortnite again? I'm like, well, I don't know, we can. I'll play.
Yeah.
Just got this new figure in.
Rick's like, Or
We'll
he's
see.
like, you know what? I kind of liked it. Let's go fight more people. We just win all the time. I've won with my kids a lot.
Yeah.
There's a mixture depending on, I think, how well you do and like where you kind of rank with things too. Because when I play with my kids, I think we got more bots, because there are some bots in the game just to help games go faster. And like sometimes you'll get to a
like
point where it's
autofill?
like, sometimes you'll get to the point where it's like, I can tell that guy's not real. But then
Yeah.
you get to another point where it's like, that guy is real because he's doing chaotic things, you know?
Sure.
I like,
He's like
to think
running back
as-
and forth across the street.
Yeah.
I like to think as one of the few people that, one, knows how to play a video game, and two, has never played Fortnite, I'll be unpredictable.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They just won't understand.
They'll
the
think you're a
process.
bot.
I
Yeah.
will have to make sure you get a lightsaber because you usually
closest I can to
you just
punching
usually
things.
run in there and punch things anyway.
well, it
so
works.
Yeah.
I'll go. Like some of us other ones can grab like sniper rifles or something and cover you from a distance while you just jump in there.
No, it's like sparring and
Like-
boxing or karate. Like the black belts, obviously, it can mess you up, but the white belts, you just have no idea what's going to happen.
What they're going to do. Yeah.
They have no fear.
But a lot of my stuff, because I usually end up trying to go a little bit more supportive and stuff. But this time with the Star Wars things, I'll try to get a lightsaber.
Yep.
I will get some kind of ranged weapon, whether it's like a DMR or the heavy sniper, and then I'll try to get the ODM gear because then it just gives me more mobility.
Sure.
And then I have like
lightsaber with a ODM gears.
Yeah.
That's a killer
so you
combination.
can be like and you just fly through the air, and then you switch your lightsaber and you land behind him and you just start attacking, throw. And usually if you get the full combo off, it kills him.
Nice.
The last strike is like this spinning strike. It hurts, but people jump over it sometimes or something. Like you have
Gotcha.
two people with lightsabers fighting each other, you know, and
That'd
you
be
can
cool.
you can hold the block button and you can block like bullets and stuff. You can get a DC-15 that has unlimited ammo, but it just shoots lasers. You know, it's better than the E11. The what EL11? Is that what it is?
E11.
Just E11.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
E11
I don't know what.
blaster.
Oh, DL. That's what I'm thinking of. Is the DL?
DL44.
Yeah. I'm like, there's an L somewhere.
Gotcha.
I think that's everything for my Pokemon, and that's everything for Fortnite. I don't know if you guys have anything else, or if we do want to talk about the movie pool thing.
Maybe. Oh, yeah, we got that too.
Oh yeah, talking about games and stuff. I forgot.
What is that?
There is
like
there's
5 minutes,
going to
I
be a
think.
PlayStation showcase. I think next Wednesday,
Next Wednesday.
Indeed.
and we'll cover that live. 4? Is that when it starts?
4 p.m.
I think
Man,
so.
I forget the time. Let me look.
Eastern.
Yep.
4 p.m.
We'll be watching that live.
So at 4 p.m., we'll be doing the PlayStation Showcase here on Twitch, and we will see what they have. Hopefully, they have some cool stuff. Spider-Man.
It's been a long time since we heard anything
That would
about
be cool.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Also, there's that Wolverine game that's out.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
out?
they showed a cinematic, not cinematic, but they showed a teaser.
It's not out. It's just
Oh,
being
It's
worked
out
on.
there
coming.
in the
it's
ether,
announced.
with nothing
Right.
said about it.
What else is there? I'm trying to think what else PlayStation, like Sony specifically, where I'm
Oh,
like,
we got in
oh,
the chat.
my-
The Last of Us Factions game is supposed to come out soon.
I know that one
It's
is
the multiplayer version of that, right?
I need to
There will probably be
play the other
stuff,
Last of Us.
maybe about Final Fantasy 7 Part 2, maybe.
Oh, that would probably be good.
Yeah, that would make sense.
What's the biggest thing they could reveal?
That they're working on KOTOR again.
I mean, that for me, yeah. GTA 6.
Well, that wouldn't be them, right?
I mean,
Yeah, I
it's
guess not.
Rockstar,
Rockstar could.
but I mean, sometimes you have things like shown on Microsoft or shown on
Sometimes.
Sony. You know,
I
I'm
suppose
trying
if
to
they
think
would
what's
have
the
like
biggest
a lot of times those are exclusives, right? For those like consoles
sometimes,
or whatever.
or they have like the early time exclusivity thing, right?
Yeah,
Epic Games does a lot of that where
like
they've
the
been
1 year.
Yeah,
or
they've been
whatever
trying to
exclusive.
snag things where it's like we have it for the first year and then everyone else gets it. Or like Microsoft used to have that for Call of Duty DLC, where they would have it like a week or a month before PlayStation would have it.
Yeah.
Huh.
But Spider-Man 2 is one I'm really looking forward to.
The craziest one for me would be Hideo Kojima comes back and does a Metal Gear remake.
A new Metal Gear. Oh, a remake of the original game?
That's what Katie said. Metal Gear 3 remake reveal, hopefully.
Now you mean Metal Gear or
I mean, Metal
Solid?
Gear.
Metal Gear.
Yeah, Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake.
Yeah.
I want remakes of those.
I would
would
like
be
them to turn those
sweet.
into one game and add to it.
Yep.
That would be amazing.
I don't know. I would
You
love.
still need to play 5, Rick.
David Hayter.
I'm gonna say no because isn't he
Saving
also
it for a week before I die.
a week before you die?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's the last one.
But how do you know when you're gonna die?
Save it for retirement.
I'll figure
Our
it out.
generation's going to have a fantastic retirement plan.
What if you?
Like, there's just so many cool games that you got to play.
My life can't be over till I play it, so I'll just live until then.
That's the secret to immortality.
Yep.
What if you
Like Darth Maul refuses to die.
what if you're like, all right, I know I'm gonna die next week. I'm gonna start playing it, and you can't beat it in that week.
Yeah. Wouldn't that suck?
Maybe.
I don't know. It is interesting thinking about being old. Like I thought about before, but like, man, our generation is gonna be like the old grandpas that have like Snoop Dogg playing.
Sure.
You know, like that seems odd to me to think of like old people listening to like rap and stuff. You know, Eminem or Snoop Dogg or Dr. Dre, any of that kind of stuff. But
So-
also just game wise, like my dad, let alone like my grandpa, was not like
No.
gamer
Yeah.
people. You know.
Yeah.
Well,
no.
it'll be like Back to the Future 2, right? Like our kids and grandkids will be like, you used your hands to play video games?
Yeah, I suppose that might be true. Yeah.
I just like to think, like whenever I was delivering pizza and I delivered to like a retirement home, it was a lot of like Wii bowling. Yeah. But ours is going to be like a LAN party, go, 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 go.
Yeah, just thinking about those kind of things too, because like I remember playing some games with my dad, but like they were like Mario Kart
Man.
or something, and he didn't do well. You
My
know
dad
what I mean?
could never wrap his head around 2 joysticks.
Sure.
I don't think, I'll have to ask my brother. I do not think my dad has ever played a video game. Not for a second.
We need to have him on the channel.
Yeah.
I remember.
Just all of his
What should his
firsts.
first one be?
I don't know.
That's a...
Yeah, right. I remember
Farming
playing.
Simulator.
I was playing something with.
I have that.
He's like, I'm great at this.
in VR.
He's like, I could just go do this. I
I'm
remember
wasting
playing.
time.
I played something with either like my dad or my mom. Like they were playing with me,
Yeah.
And I remember I got so frustrated. I'm like, you're doing it wrong. Just give it back. And then I would play it.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Like, I just remember being like, what are you doing? But I don't know. I don't know what it was. I can't remember.
Yeah, I never really thought about that. I don't think he has.
But it's not like when I play Fortnite with my kids, and then like they're like, "Thanks, Dad. Look, you covered me," you know, or we survived, and I look and like I had a lot of kills because like sometimes when I play with some of my friends, I already know they're running out for kills because they want to kill people.
Yeah.
So I've just been like support. So I have like if I can get like a chug cannon, it shoots out like shields and health and stuff. I'll just get one of those and I'll just be like, let me keep everyone alive, support angles that people are coming in, and I'll let them kill everybody.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, my mom liked to play Tetris on the Game Boy.
Tetris?
She loved the Yahtzee game that you could play. Remember that shitty Yahtzee game?
Did it beep like
It
Yeah.
beat? Yeah.
Yep.
She loved that. And then eventually she found Farmville on Facebook, and I think there's probably the 3 games she played.
Farmville?
On
Wow.
She didn't have enough at home, huh?
Wow. Yep.
Need some Farmville.
She had a leg up.
Ooh, my carrots are ready. I remember that. So
Ooh, my carrots are ready, is that you said?
Yeah, my mom was addicted to Farmville as well. She's into like first person story and like story driven games and stuff now.
Yeah.
Oh, and happy
Your mom's a proper
happy
gamer.
Mother's Day to all the mothers out there this week.
Yeah.
Missed that too.
But yes, showcase next Wednesday.
Yep.
We'll be starting that. It's at 4. We'll probably start it a little early just to make sure we're up and running and everything's good before.
Nobody's
So-
mics are muted.
Yep, all that good stuff. So make sure that you guys join us for that. Someone mentioned about playing Space Invaders. I do remember playing Burger Time with my dad.
Yeah.
But it was on like an old like I don't know what it was. I want to call it like a Commodore or something, but
Sure.
the controller was like it had like a calculator looking thing, like it was just numbers. And it had one little joystick on the top. And then it had a button on the left and a button on the right. And I only remember that because that threw out my salt and pepper on the left or on the right, depending on which side you put it on. But I never used those numbers. They were for something else with the
Weird.
computer. But it was like a computer. But I don't remember what it was. It was old.
Huh.
My dad had it. We played on that. And then for my birthday, when I was like, I don't know, 6 or something like that, I got a Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
And I never went back to it.
My first console was an Atari, 1 button, 1 stick, 4 directions. maybe 8.
Yeah, diagonal, right?
But well, it was also a very old system, and the joysticks hadn't been cleaned much, so some of the diagonals worked, some of them didn't. I know on one controller the down left didn't work very well.
Just hope you don't have to go that way.
Yeah, you just go left and then down.
Sure.
Just make it work.
All right. Well, I don't know how we want to do stuff with the movie things. We talked about maybe trying to use chat to help us, but if you guys don't know, we're gonna be having a movie poll popping up soon. And the movie poll is gonna be our 100th movie poll for movie reactions.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've done more than 100 movie reactions, but this will be our 100th
we do a
movie poll.
every other week.
Yeah.
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 And we're finally at 100.
But we were trying to think of ways to make it special, and we got nothing.
Well, we've got too many ideas.
We have a lot, but some of them are very like.
They're out there.
We were like, let's take a bunch of movies and have them one-on-one each other. They take all the top 100 movies of all time, but it's a mixture of things we've seen, or I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Aaron hates old movies, so
Some of them are just really, really old, and I'm like, I don't know. Are these good reaction movies? Like, they might be art. Are they good reactions? Are we just gonna be like, yes? I don't know. I don't know what makes a good reaction sometimes too.
Yeah.
You know?
No joke, Katie. That one came up.
did. Yeah.
We've all seen it, but it came up.
trying to think of movies that had more than 100 in the title.
Yeah.
Talked about that. Talked about the movies just had numbers in them.
Yeah.
We talked about all of us just picking a movie.
Yep.
But then
Doing
most
dra-
of those, like, several of us have seen too, so there's not a lot of options where it's
Sure.
like, well, all of us wouldn't have seen this or anything.
Just doing Dragon Ball Evolution again.
Talk about that too.
I really want to do that, but man,
When you said that one, I was like, well, what if we just had a poll that's only like, what's the biggest reactions that people have enjoyed? You know, The Room, Dragon Ball Evolution. We just do another one of those. Put it on a poll. People choose. But see, yeah, Sarah Jane, do the room again.
But sober.
No,
Oh,
no, come on.
Give us that.
But yeah, I don't know what we want to do with it. I don't know what the best solution is yet.
Mallory's Playroom, no. Sorry.
Wait, what?
I reacted to chat.
Dragon Ball
Mallory's Playroom.
Evolution remains the only Dragon Ball I've seen, and I feel I get the gist of the shows
I think
from
you
it.
should.
Oh, God.
It hits the bullet points.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, Goku was this kid going to school.
It wasn't.
He didn't go to school?
He didn't go to school.
What was Kame House?
Not school.
No.
It was training at the Turtle Hermit School.
School!
You just
It's
undid
a dojo.
your whole sentence by that last word, Eric.
Stuff you learn there is fighting and drinking and making merry and living your life to the fullest and wearing a turtle shell.
Goku did not go to a liberal arts college.
No, he did not.
His knowledge base is very narrow.
And then this big, weird, green, yellow, weird lizard Yoshi dude came from space on a ship. And some other guy fought them and liked food.
They couldn't even get a good fight. You know? I understand messing up the story, but you can't even get a good fight. That's the whole point people came. They threw 8 punches. 8.
You know any of those 8 punches in the whole movie?
The final fight has 8 punches and then just them going, you know, little hand farts. Damn.
Wait, did you say hand farts?
Hand farts.
What's a hand fart?
They had like
Energy blasts.
You know,
and
this
stuff.
is the strongest airbending move and stuff. Like airbending, it's. Oh, never mind. I don't want. You're not roping me into this.
So we
I'm
should
not doing this for whole 100.
You know what? I don't remember that well.
Speaking of airbending and bad movies, though, we could also do Avatar again.
Man, I remember that one.
Avatar
wasn't
was
that bad.
better than Evolution.
Was it? I enjoyed Evolution at least.
I know.
I was bored through Avatar.
I know, but at least Avatar like tried some stuff. Evolution didn't try anything.
It tried.
No, it didn't.
It tried a lot,
It
Eric.
tried to play safe with a lot of shit and failed utterly. Goddamn Yamcha.
I was gonna say.
Chi-Chi's name the whole time. Stupid.
What have been some other like big movies that we've reacted to that have been like just fun things or that people have really enjoyed?
I mean, The Room was. I've had so much fun with that one.
Did you?
Dragon Ball Evolution was torture, but I had fun. The holiday special was
I
torture.
was gonna
but I
say
had
holiday
fun.
special.
The Room and the Holiday Special. I
Yeah.
tried to watch again with Leon, and eventually I was just like, I'm sorry, Leon.
A lot of these are movies that I picked.
Mortal
I-
Kombat.
I gotta live my
Mortal
life.
Kombat was
Mortal
so
Kombat
good.
And Annihilation.
Oh,
was
yeah, those
so
are-
much fun.
I think both
Those
of
are
those ones
enjoyable movies.
were
Yeah.
like, yes, they were better than The Room, but they were also at the point where I'm like, I understand
They're
that these aren't
campy
great.
and you don't take them seriously.
Yeah.
Right?
But The Room, I'm just like, what is going on, Rick?
Yeah.
Who are these people and why are they here banging in this living room?
The first half of Tucker and Dale.
Yeah.
Dude, I love Tucker and Dale. That
I
was
do
great.
too,
Good.
but the first half especially.
Yeah.
The first half is really good.
We almost died.
I don't think that Melanie's seen that yet, so I might watch that with her for
Oh, you need
October
to.
this year.
Yeah.
Tucker and
That'd be
Dale,
good.
Descent. That Descent.
Oh,
was crazy.
Descent.
There's a sequel to Descent.
Yeah, Descent 2.
What's we just put on like Descent 2 and what was that? What's that one movie everyone always wants me to watch?
Oh, Addition?
Sure, like that one. And then like Calvin, what don't you like?
What don't I like?
I mean,
Yeah, what's something you're afraid
Trainspotting
of?
was incredibly fun to do.
I don't know.
We haven't seen one damn train.
Son of a bitch!
Ah.
I mean, fun, and it was fun to experience it with Aaron, not necessarily the subject matter.
Redline was fun.
Redline was
Oh,
so good.
Redline is so. Aaron,
Yeah, Aaron has.
we need to have you watch Redline on camera.
I haven't seen that one yet. I just haven't. I wasn't here for that one. Battlefield Earth. I haven't seen Battlefield Earth.
Eric's seen Battlefield Earth too, right?
Nope,
No, you haven't seen Battlefield Earth?
I have not. I mean, it's
Oh.
not like I've heard great things.
It's 3 hours of crooking your neck.
It's not, but it feels like it is.
I've never heard anyone talk good about that movie to the point where I was like, you know what? Maybe I should check it out.
But not even close to John Travolta's worst movie.
Oh no!
Not even close.
Don't even speak its name.
I don't know the name, but
It
I know what
deserves
you're
to be
talking about.
forgotten.
Can you watch the full cut of Robin Hood?
Oh yeah.
Because we didn't watch the full one. We thought we did.
Oh, Prince of Thieves. Yeah.
I wasn't here for that one either, I don't think.
Nope, you weren't.
Oh, how did we do that without you?
I don't remember. Sometimes I'm busy and I can't be in it, or someone's busy and they can't be in
It
it.
happened.
I think you had like something to do with your kids. I think you had to go to like
Yeah.
Possibly.
Columbus or something.
I mean, it could have been when Ayla broke her arm. I
It
don't
might have
remember.
been.
That might have been actually what it was. It was around that time, I think.
It was one of those movies where it's like, well, I've already seen it, so
Yeah.
I don't have to be there.
Six String Samurai, but that wasn't on film.
Ah.
That
it was-
might have just been fun for me.
It was better than Samurai Cop.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes,
It's
absolutely.
so much better than Samurai Cop.
I think Samurai Cop was worse than The Room.
I wanted
was.
Miami Connection to win.
I would have
that.
rather watched The Room than Samurai Cop.
Me too.
You guys will love Miami Connection when we finally get to that. And you might murder me when we get to Neil Breen.
Oh, Rick.
But we'll get there someday.
Just Neil Breen movies.
All 5 Neil Breens. You don't have to watch them in order.
Oh, I wasn't planning to.
I was only planning on watching one.
Yeah, but we do need to watch more Magic Mikes.
Yeah. Damn movie just ended. Nothing happened. I was so shocked.
We just had a sequel,
sequel,
movie
yeah.
poll.
And we forgot about Magic
We
Mike.
did. We forgot about Magic Mike.
Might have swept.
I don't know. I don't know that it would have.
The second one will be a very good reaction.
But yeah, no, it's always tough trying to figure out movie polls.
It's always tough.
Yeah.
It's never easy.
Well, because it's not like, well, there's only 3. You know? There's so many movies.
Yeah.
And then every time you make one, too, there's always people being like, this movie poll's terrible. I'm
Right.
like, I thought it was a pretty good
it's
list.
inevitable. You'll get one comment that's like, "Oh, so many great selections," and the comment right under it is like, "I hate everything here. You guys suck.
Yeah.
I'm never coming back.
I'm never coming back. Yeah.
How dare you make me look at these titles?"
Might be a little easier with the new website. We'll have like the people's choice in real time,
Yes.
which might help things a little, but the people are not choosing The Room, and that was a hell of a time.
They will not be. I don't imagine a lot of these movies you want to watch, Rick, will be high on these lists.
No,
Well, we always have the movie pick
we do.
every other week.
Yeah. Which is a good time for us to put in some things. Like, hey, we need to watch this.
Yeah.
I saw some people talking about, like, we put Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania on a poll, and it's, they realize, why isn't this automatically reacted to? Like, we were gonna always react to it. We try to react to a lot of the Marvel stuff, but sometimes when we put it on a poll, it's just, do people want it sooner than when we get to it?
Sure.
So,
Well, it's like the idea of like what's coming out. Like Sumaru just came out. John Wick's coming
John Wick
out.
4 just came out.
Yeah.
Like there's times when like a lot of movies come out at once, and it's like
Yeah.
we can't watch all these at the same time. But it's like, do you want this over this?
Yeah.
Or like we'll probably get to one of these later. But what one do you guys want first?
Yeah, like we're gonna watch in our career at Blindly. We'll watch a lot of movies, but sometimes the polls can be as simple as, I want to watch this one first, or now compared to next year or next poll.
Yeah.
Someday we will rank those movies.
Well, it's gonna take a long time to rank those movies, and the longer we wait, the longer it'll take.
Yeah. The worse it gets.
Ranking.
I would love to watch Spider-Man 3 reactions. Has everyone seen Spider-Man 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, because remember I saw 1 and 3 and not 2.
Yep. You watched 2 on the channel.
That's right.
Yeah, we did. I just didn't know if we all watched 3. 3 is. Yeah. I don't know.
Something.
I haven't seen it in a while. It's funny, my kids the other day were like, Dad, what's your favorite Spider-Man movie? And I was like, I don't know, probably the one with like Tobey Maguire in it. Like when they fought the Green Goblin.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, which one? Like they sat and thought for a second. It was funny. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to figure out what's going to be for this poll. The poll is going to be going up next Friday on Patreon. There's a movie going up tomorrow.
What movie goes up tomorrow? I'm trying to remember now.
It's not.
Was it Dungeons and Dragons?
Dungeons and Dragons was last week.
Okay.
It was a
So
pick that we did, right?
It would be maybe Ant-Man.
Ant-Man and the Wasp,
Ant-Man 3.
Quantumania.
Yeah.
That's why I don't remember.
Pretty
I
sure
think
what it
that's
is.
going up tomorrow.
Yeah. Which I enjoyed. And then, like, you know, sometimes, especially a movie like that where, you know, it takes a little bit for me to watch it and the online discourse is almost always already over. So I feel safe to, like, all right, I'm going to go see what people were saying. And I don't know. Like, I feel like sometimes, like, it's a blessing to be able to, like, separate myself from, like, online fandoms and general consensus because I don't know. I feel like sometimes I don't even know what I'm really trying to say. I just feel like sometimes people really, really, really get into not liking something, which is my least favorite thing to do. Not like something.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a difference of critique and just trying to hate on things, I suppose, if that's kind of like what you're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I went into that movie just wanting to have fun, and I had fun. That's what I was wanting from it. I wasn't going into it for like what kind of art are we in for today? You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
kind
I'm
of like
looking for my comic book fix.
yeah,
I got it.
yeah. So I don't know if you guys saw, but because I'm weird. Well, first they said the Burger Time controller was the Intellivision system, which
Okay.
it might have been. I don't remember. But they said vote for the 100th poll. We watched the first third of 300. And then at 200, we watched the second third of it. And then at 300, we watched the last third of 300.
Okay.
No.
Rick's up. Rick's up for it.
No, we need to watch the whole thing at once. I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while for me as well.
It has been a while.
That's a straight up comic book movie.
I have not seen 300 ever.
Got a lot of working out to do before we watch that.
Oh yeah.
Or you want to work out afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should watch it because I want to. I did a small thing before I left the other day just to try to like start getting back into the swing of doing it. I'm like, I'm going to try again. I'm going to start low so it's easy.
Yeah.
And it's like fun. Because if you just start off where it's like really hard, then you're like, oh, that's a lot of work. I might not go back to that. Like I want to get that repetition going back into it and then start amping it up more. So
I did not do that.
you did not do that, is that what you said?
He didn't ease in.
I tried.
I mowed my grass and got sore.
So did I, and you've seen how much grass I have.
Yeah.
You do not have very much grass.
Although, to be fair, the entire time I was holding my push mower on one wheel so I could go around the tree.
Oh, I get you. Okay.
All right. I'm going to also make sure that the question section is set up so that we can also take some
I
questions
think
and
I've
stuff.
seen some.
Yeah, but I opened it up in like some are from 2 months ago.
Gotcha.
I'm like, let me clear out some of these.
Yeah, we weren't able to answer any questions last week.
So I'll have those open and ready to go here soon.
Oh yeah. It was my birthday yesterday, and I had two huge moments. I mean, well, one, I got some cake, and that was a lot of fun. I'll always love cake. But then Mark Hamill gave me a cake on Twitter,
Did?
Yeah.
and then John Wesley Shipp tweeted later that night too.
Oh, I missed that one.
Yeah,
I didn't see that. That's awesome.
he's the '90s Flash.
Probably did it because Mark Hamill did it.
Man, that's
You get the one, everybody comes.
Oh, shit, Mark did it. I better do it too.
yeah.
Who
no,
is
it
this
was
guy?
great. On my my text chain with my brother and my sister, you know, my brother wished me happy birthday, and I said, "Oh yeah, by the way, this happened." Still reeling, and I shared that picture of that, and he's like, "What? What the fuck is this?" You know. And my sister goes, "Who's Mark Hamill?" And
No.
Oh, no.
I'm like, "That is what it's like to live in my house when I was young."
Yeah.
The discovery of that whenever I saw it, because like we were sitting down getting ready to do like a trailer, and I just opened my phone and I was like looking through, and it popped up on my Twitter, and I was like, "Son of a bitch, Eric, I hate you." You're like, "What? Why?" I'm like, "Look at this shit," and I'm showing him, and he's like, looking, he's like, "What is it?" And he's like,
Yeah,
Give me
I
your
was
phone.
stunned.
Give me
I
your
love
phone.
Rick's gasp when he sees it. It's so long and it's so comical.
See it on our social medias.
It's on our social media. It's also up as a short on Wave Squadron. If you go
Yeah.
to the Wave Squadron YouTube channel, it's up on the playlist there.
But luckily, I looked at it then too, and like we had kind of a reaction moment in there on video too. So, but yeah, I was like, damn, that's cool.
Now, you know what, guys? I need people in my life that don't know anything about Star Wars. Keeps me grounded.
It also gives you an opportunity to talk about it.
Yeah, sure.
If everyone around you knows everything about Star Wars,
For people in
nothing to talk about.
chat asking, it was a caramel cake.
Yeah, it was a caramel cake. It was good.
Yeah.
Caramel.
All right,
Turned 36.
36.
That's the
That's like
oldest
almost
I've been yet.
That's almost 37.
almost 37.
I know.
Almost.
37.
All right, I'll open up these questions here. Let's see. You have something to watch?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I didn't know we had anything to watch.
I'm not prepared.
Okay, we have something to watch. I guess we can do that. Let me get this on. Make sure all my audio stuff works.
Is my audio set up for that?
Bow. Ooh, yeah, I don't know what my audio's set on right now.
On my headphones.
Do I need to get on Discord?
Yeah, I hear music.
Oh, I turned off my line and stuff.
Okay, good. And I can adjust it then. So, yeah, I can hear that. I will switch over to the video.
I hear nothing. Oh, okay. I hear something.
Eric, do you hear anything?
I hear it.
Sweet. Okay.
I hear it too.
Do we need to be on Discord? Okay, cool.
It's 2.5 minutes.
Let's do it.
Okay.
It is time.
Oh. Okay.
Ooh, NetherRealm. Is this Mortal Kombat? Yeah, I would say so.
To a new reality. To a blank canvas that I have painted in with warmth
That looks
and
great.
peace.
It does look great.
In my new era, the choice is yours. Whether to live in quiet serenity or bloody strife.
Ah,
To dwell in joyous prosperity or bitter rivalry.
Ermelina. I like how you see a little bit of her mouth.
Yeah, that's cool.
It is, isn't it?
Each other
Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Get over here!
as sworn
Finest of
enemies
Do they look cool?
Yeah.
or united as brothers.
Oh,
What?
Oh, there's an Eclipse, Rick.
maybe they don't hate each
You know
other.
what that
But a
means?
storm is
Nothing good.
brewing. And soon you will discover that even in this new era, one constant remains.
Is this like Jackson?
Looks like
There
him.
is always something worth fighting for.
Holy shit!
I think that's.
You have chosen to defy peace. Then you have chosen war with a god.
Oh, whoa. What the heck?
Rip him in half!
Oh my gosh! He shoved his head through his
He
body.
used his head to split his body!
He cut him in half with his own face.
Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 1?
1.
Yep.
All right.
Reboot. Again.
Pre-order to get Shang Tsung.
Huh.
Everybody looks young and different.
Interesting.
Your brother's soul is mine.
They just did a
So is this
That's
like
cool.
a reboot thing recently, but I mean,
Okay.
with this being Mortal Kombat 1,
Yeah, 9 was like a reboot. And this is another.
Well, and like with that, what they did too was like, it was a continuation and a reboot, if I remember.
Yeah.
Because they did like this time travel-y kind of thing, where like Raiden had to save their time, so he like sends something back to try to fix what happened previously, and then it kind of reboots and restarts everything like way back when. And this one here, though, looks like it might not be a continuation of that, though. I'm not sure who. Rick, who are the 3 there standing against Shang Tsung? Like,
Man, if I could see it again. So I know that Liu Kang is a fire god.
oh, is he? Okay,
Yeah.
is that who did the dragon
Yes.
fire
Must be.
ice thing then?
Yes.
Okay, because when the eyes lit, I'm like, is this supposed to be Raiden? And I thought the first guy they were showing, I'm like, is this Liu? And then I'm like, maybe it's Kung Lao. Wait, Kung Lao, is that right? Or is that the place they live in?
No, that's
Iron
Kunlun.
Fist? Okay.
Yeah.
You're
It's
right.
a sort of reboot that takes place in the new era timeline established by Liu Kang after he ascends to godhood in 2019's Mortal Kombat.
So it's another kind of like reboot, not a reboot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a new timeline with new versions of the characters with the same Liu Kang, I suppose.
Huh.
So
As-
Youthful Eagle said
yeah.
it's Liu Kang, Kung Lao, and Raiden.
It's like advanced stages of being a Mormon. Like you get your own godhood, your own planet.
I will
cool.
say that the back in the day, the fatalities were brutal, but like because graphics have just increased, they seem just so much more brutal.
Yeah. They've been too much for me. 9 was the last one I played.
Jancy used to work on Mortal Kombat when she was at WB Games, and they would have meetings where they would just go over fatalities, and she said, I'd have to just leave the room.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
I mean, they've always been over the top. It's just like as it goes, they have to go more over the top, and it just looks more and more real. You know, like back in the day, they were still like people, right? Because they used to like film real people
Yeah.
Yeah.
for their moves and
Sure.
stuff. So like
Yeah.
they looked as real as they could.
Well, yeah, it was like it got Congress involved. Because
Yeah. Well, we had to make rating systems and everything,
because
right?
of how real it was.
So, but that's interesting. Yeah, I didn't know they were gonna do that. I haven't played Mortal Kombat in a while. I think part of it is not necessarily it's too much for me, but like where I would play it, I was like I won't play it with the kids and stuff.
Yeah. Sure.
So
Yeah.
I just haven't really played it. But I don't know. I will say it looked really good. It looked like the environment and stuff. Like it,
Yeah. No, I'm curious to see what it looks like in motion.
sure.
I mean,
Is it gonna be the typical like Mortal Kombat kind of fighter, or will there be
I
more
imagine
to it?
I did see that they said like it is a new system, but I don't know how drastically different.
Sure.
So-
Like, are you looking at like the last couple Mortal Kombats, or would it be drastically different? Like, what was the Liu Kang and Kung Lao game, Shaolin Monks?
Shaolin monks.
Like that one was still Mortal Kombat, but it was also very different.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed the way that was set up.
Yeah, that was a fun co-op.
But yeah, that one is fun. I do like that one. All right. Well, they won't be showing that at the PlayStation Showcase, I guess.
Probably not. Unless they want all their advertisers to back out.
I look forward to my retirement when I'm an old man playing that game. Like, "Yeah!" as I push that person's face through their body.
It would be nice, like, getting to a retirement age where I can, like, let me catch up on all the things I
All the
didn't
games,
do
yeah.
because I was busy. But that will be when we're, let's see, what will be the retirement age by then? 80?
Probably by then.
By the
they
time-
keep pushing
yeah.
it out and making it further for us.
I hope your investments are a little better. That it might not be that long.
All right. I'm going to jump in and take questions then, and we'll answer some of these. If you guys have questions, you can use the channel points at the bottom of the screen, and we might not get to all of them, but we might get to yours maybe. Keith said, with the Always Sunny bloopers being as infamous as the show itself, along with so many seasons of them,
Yeah.
have you guys thought about devoting any reaction time or podcasts or otherwise to them?
we usually do that type of thing towards the end of a show's run. But with It's Always Sunny being such a long show that has kind of changed as it's gone on and stuff, it might be cool to do that every once in a while. But yeah, it has some pretty epic bloopers. Oh, you got memes too? Okay,
Yeah, the
cool.
memes are rotating through as well. So you will be seeing memes like
But yeah.
us being Power Rangers.
Especially with it
cool.
becoming a way more
Why is Aaron an onion?
like improv based. There's a lot of really cool bloopers. Oh man, look at this.
It's a Bulbasaur, not an onion, Cal. He
It's
told
an
me an
onion.
onion. He's like, why is there an onion?
Okay,
It's a
where's
Bulbasaur.
the
Okay, fine, because I'm an
Bulbasaur?
onion knight who is badass, okay? And if you don't think so,
He hasn't
chat
got a
will
hand.
Agree, chat will
Has
agree
like
with
a
me.
He hasn't got a
puzzle piece
hand.
crown.
Chat,
That's
is
cool.
onion knight cool? They'll tell you. Just wait. Sad Malik said, thoughts on the anime opening bracket, Rick?
Oh yeah, so Discord had a best anime OP tournament, and the correct one won. I feel like Cruel Angel's Thesis, Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I was
No, it's
right
all
on
right.
this.
But
yeah, it's an anime that I've seen a couple episodes of it when I was a kid, but I agree. One of the best opening theme songs of all time, not just anime.
very good. But there was a lot of really good ones on that list. Naruto and Attack on Titan had several spots, which I can't disagree with.
Yeah.
There are definitely some incredible ones.
I myself am very partial to Hunter x Hunter.
It was on there.
I think Hunter x Hunter is one of my favorites of all of anime.
Yeah, Departure was definitely on there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it never changed, did it?
Never change.
That's what I
No.
loved about it.
I mean, the visuals changed, but the
Yeah,
They
song
used
was-
I
a
think it's fine
different
for that.
verse of the same
sometimes
song,
it would be different
right?
verses, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was always like, you can fly away. Like, yeah, I enjoyed that song.
Yeah.
And like sometimes like Naruto, like there'll be like ones like, ooh, this one's real
yeah,
good.
sure.
And
Yeah.
then there'll be ones like, man, I miss the old one, you know? But
Yeah.
because Hunter x Hunter, I just enjoyed it. And like it just was always that, so I just feel like I enjoyed it more and more. It never got like too much. That's scary, Calvin. Don't do that.
That is scary.
Always two there are.
Ah, what's this? Ah,
Well, one of them has a beard.
oh no.
One of them is Eric's beard.
There's a
This is us at
Pokeball.
Victory Road
Yeah,
trying to get out.
must be. Dang, that's a convincing cave.
D-Hurt also wanted to know about thoughts on the anime opening, especially Rick, because I believe you followed it the most.
I voted. in
I did not
it.
because I don't know most of them. So, and I don't often go into the anime channel on Discord just because I know so few animes. And
Yeah,
I don't feel like I
I
have a lot
would've-
to contribute.
I would have
tagged
skewed
me.
the vote by only voting for the ones that I knew.
Then I tagged Eric, but he didn't show up.
This meme is very good. We were experimenting with our camera's autofocus for the last couple of weeks, and I've really enjoyed it for moments like this. But there has been some times, especially when there's four of us in the shot, where the autofocus is like, I want to look at the swords. So we've turned it off now, but I do like moments like this where, oh no, we can actually explore the depths of our camera shot.
Yeah.
50 Mini Vibes says, "Are you guys gonna react to the new Scorsese trailer?" I don't know.
Oh, I didn't know it came out.
I don't know what that is.
Also,
I don't know.
7 minutes and 22 seconds is way too much for popcorn.
Huh?
Nope. No, I haven't seen the trailer.
It does look like you're holding a phone.
Kind of, yeah.
Roborex, do you believe in lightsaber colors having meaning?
Not in current canon, but old canon it definitely did.
And it-
blue was the Jedi Guardian.
Sentinels were yellow, I believe, right?
Sentinels were yellow, orange, and then green were the consulars. And generally it meant like blue, you used your lightsaber primarily. Green, you used more force powers primarily. And Sentinel was kind of a mix
Yeah.
of the two.
You could still have where like the Old Republic maybe followed that, but maybe they don't do it anymore.
Sure.
So, but we haven't really dealt with a lot of in canon Old Republic stuff
Yeah.
anymore.
No, I like the kind of concept we've gotten to now, where it's the crystal needs to kind of attune itself to you, not necessarily you attuning to it. But yeah, not necessarily a meaning. I think the meaning is what you make of it. But this Porgana poncho is fantastic.
Why?
Fantastic.
It is.
Why is
Look
it
at this, Aaron.
fantastic? What do you mean?
Because
Look at it.
look how secure he is.
Are you sure it's a poncho? It could be
Yep.
a robe.
It's not,
How do you know?
because it's a poncho.
But how do you know?
I know the ways of the poncho, and I can tell. You don't know the ways, and you can't tell.
Yeah.
as evidenced by your question.
What's a poncho's definition? A garment of a type
I
originally
was-
worn in South America, made of a thick piece of woolen cloth with a slit in the middle for the head. Interesting.
I would 100% watch this video.
So would I.
Horse
You know that
reactions.
barn between Williamstown and Vienna that
Yeah.
has the horses there? Like, we literally stop, put the window down just so that Obi can react to horses.
There's horses next to the river.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, yeah.
Do you ever drive towards Davola?
Sometimes.
Does he ever see that? Like,
Yep.
does he bark at that one?
No.
No. Does he
just
know?
knows. Yep.
He knows now.
He knows.
He can tell.
Yeah. It still gets me and Jancy sometimes. Horse!
He's got horse sense.
There's a spot outside of Marietta a little ways where like
Yeah.
it is a horse eating grass,
Yep.
but it's like a statue or a metal thing, and it just sits there.
It's an art installation,
Yeah.
and it's 1-to-1 scale. It's like perfect, and it's in a group of trees, so it's always like silhouetted.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell what it looks like, but yeah, it gets so many people.
You know, when I was a kid, there used to be a couple zebra on Masonic Park Road in Davola.
What?
Yeah.
Zebra? Like real zebra?
Some guy had like 3 zebra.
Yeah,
They're not there anymore. But it would be like before you make that big left turn to go down to the actual park, like those fields right there used to have some zebra. That was always cool. But
I
yeah,
think.
Obi loves horses. Like
You think
I
it was
play,
a horse in his past life?
Maybe. I don't
What is
know.
it? That's not far from here. Is it?
the wilds.
No. That's far.
Obi
How far are you
recognizes
talking
the
about?
whistle
Not
I
far.
make from Zelda when I summon my horse. He'll come running.
Not far. Like down towards what County Road 3. There's like a alpaca farm. Is that what it
Yeah.
is?
Maybe.
I wanted to say
Yeah.
emu farm, but I don't think it's an emu farm. I think it's like an alpaca farm or something.
Gotcha.
Do they have 4 legs or 2 legs?
Well, I mean, I don't know what they look like. I just remember there's a farm there, and I don't remember what
Okay.
it is. I don't know how many legs they are. I don't know if they have feathers or not. I don't know, Calvin.
Do they have fuzzy faces or pointy faces?
I don't know. I know the difference between an alpaca and an emu. I just
Okay.
don't know what they have there.
No, I think it's like a alpaca farm.
An alpaca farm.
I think so.
I'm always watching. What is this from?
I think this is from Monsters, Inc., right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but why?
Because
Why?
on Discord, anytime someone's like, "Be careful, Eric might be lurking," whenever I see that, I put eyes because I'm lurking.
All right.
Generally, because sometimes I just search my name on Discord
See what people are
Just so
saying
I
about
can-
you.
just so I can free people out.
Shiraz Saeed said, if you guys got an Omnitrix, but this one has any 10 Pokemon in it, which Pokemon do you choose? Well,
You know,
All
I'm
the same
partial
one.
to-
That way you don't get those fucking situations where you want one and get another.
Yeah.
no, you need the variety though. I'm taking like a Machamp.
If you're a god
right?
Pokemon, you can deal with it.
I mean, I guess if you want, like, take a Ditto, but then it's only good if you fight other Pokemon, right? Or if you want to, you might be able to transform into whatever, I suppose.
Sure.
I'm
That's so funny.
I'm partial to Trainer Red's team from Pokemon Gold. Maybe I'll use his team.
That's 6.
Yeah.
So you're taking like Venusaur, Snorlax, Charizard, Blastoise. I think Pikachu's on the team.
Pikachu. He has a Espeon, I think, and
Is
a
it?
Lapras.
I want to say Lapras.
Yeah.
I'll run a Clefairy to heal me.
Okay.
I've been listening to a lot of
Or a
Trainer-
Chansey.
Trainer
Chansey
Red
would be a good one.
Song.
Go with Blissey, Rick. It's a little better.
Okay.
Take a Machamp. Rayquaza. I was going to say Gyarados, but I think Rayquaza's better. Right?
Little show offy.
Show offy. I want a Diglett.
Images of Ruki.
Oh, Ruki, that's great.
A Diglett's little, lets me burrow,
Yeah.
and I can figure out what the hell's underneath the ground. What is down there?
They have that
How
statue.
deep does he go?
Yeah.
You know? I want to know these things.
Do you want to turn it into a Diglett? That
How
way you
deep
just have
Does he go? Yeah,
a
great.
sense of how far you go.
Yeah, I want to know how yeah, exactly.
You're-
How
you're
deep underground can I
3
go?
grown men
No, I'm a Diglett.
clutching each other
No, I'm a Diglett.
underground.
No, I'm a Diglett. And is that my nose or is that my mouth?
No, I played Pokemon Stadium
No.
on the N64.
Someone's a low bunny.
I want a Hitmonchan I can spar with.
Oh yeah, that would be so cool.
No, Rick, the Omnitrix, you turn into these.
Damn it.
But then he could box.
Like, well,
can
yeah,
box
you
better.
could turn into Hitmonchan, then you have
like
faster
Fire
punches.
Punch, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch.
Rick just picks like Machamp, Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee,
Anytime
All
I
the fighting
ever have
Pokemon.
a
Hitmontop.
Yeah. Anytime I ever have a Hitmonchan on my team, he always has like all the elemental punches. You can't make memes on the next hint hunt because there is no next hint hunt.
I'm trying to think of any other Pokemon where it's like, this is a good one that I should have had. I need a water Pokemon. I could just pick, Celebi. Celebi I want. 1, Rick hates it. 2, got time shenanigans. 3, it's grass and I like that one.
Yeah.
So I have good benefits there. All right. I picked a few. I didn't get to 10 though.
What about the chair Pokemon? So you can always be useful.
The chair Pokemon.
Yeah. If you're just standing in line somewhere,
What chair Pokemon?
just become a chair.
Do you remember being
Let
at
somebody sit
Star Wars
down.
Celebration? Was it Star Wars Celebration that was you and me? Where like some guy just like and
Yeah.
just had like a stool
Yeah.
from like nothing. Were you there, Eric, too?
Yeah.
Calvin and I were looking like that guy just pulled a stool out of nothing.
The first line of the day.
It was one of the earlier
Yeah,
lines,
I
yeah.
remember
But I
that.
saw a few
That
of them
was
at
cool.
different places.
Yeah,
but it was
they
like
were really cool.
it was like a thing that was collapsible,
Yeah.
and it like
It was like a
disc.
disc. It was like the size of a frisbee.
Uh-huh.
He just took his hands like this and like that and twisted it,
chair.
and it was like the size of a 5-gallon bucket. And he sat on it.
Have you
Like,
guys ever seen the
dang.
guy, the chair pants guy? Where like, as if you interlock the thing at your knees, you can like sit down, but it's your pants.
the chair pants guy.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's like an invisible chair, but like you have a frame in your pants. And
Does
you
he
lock it in place and you can sit down?
Does he sell these?
I don't know.
Is he related to the ShamWow guy?
Probably.
Okay.
I think they're twins.
Twins.
I really should have chose this museum to check out.
Yeah, that one would have been a good one. Sad Malik, yes. In case you guys missed it, we will be doing the PlayStation Showcase. It's next week. Starts at 4. We'll probably start a little bit earlier, and that will be a fun time. I'm hoping for at least Spider-Man. I don't want to expect a lot. I just want to hope for Spider-Man. If I have no other high expectations, I won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think I get too high of expectations of, they could do this, they could show this, they could show this. If I keep it low, look at that.
They're eating him.
No,
And
they're
then they're
not.
gonna eat me.
No, they're cuddling around
my
me.
God.
No, it's so cute. Man, that'd be great.
That Bulbasaur on the top has 2 hearts on its forehead.
Yeah. Man, I posted a picture on Instagram.
Uh-huh.
Because, like, when we were at the Pokemon Championships in London,
Yeah.
they had, like, different things set up all around and whatnot. And when we went to get in the line for Pokemon Center, they put us in the Bulbasaur line. I was like, oh, sweet. And there was a Bulbasaur thing there. And I was like, I found him. Look. Yeah. And everyone's like, what are you doing to this Bulbasaur, Aaron? Because, like, I'm behind it. And the way it's positioned, like, I'm like, well, I didn't think about that then. I was just excited it was a Bulbasaur. But everyone's like, you're doing terrible things to this Bulbasaur. I'm like, I'm not.
You're so innocent.
I'm not doing anything. What the heck?
Oh, what's Calvin doing to
What-
Aaron?
Why?
Packing.
I'm assuming I was getting in or out of a box, and this is now Calvin's
Man, yeah.
backing me.
Get in there. Get in there.
I was just amazed how much Jake was able to stuff into this backpack and how heavy it was to carry around. But we had
Yeah.
everything we needed in that thing.
Yizing, if you could get a biopic made about yourself or one of your relatives, what story would you want to tell? They want to have like a
I need a
biopic about you or your relatives.
I had a story about my grandpa.
Your grandpa's
There's some crazy stories there.
a biopic about him or about one story?
No, he's got a couple stories, so maybe like a biopic would be good.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if I went with my grandpa's story from World War II, like
That could be interesting.
we've been watching the one show.
Yeah.
It's out now. I don't want to talk
Yeah.
about it.
Band of Brothers.
We got Band of
Band
Brothers
of
that we've been
Brothers.
doing, and like I brought it up, I think during that. But like, there's a crazy story with my grandpa, from World War II, where he was on a bomber and stuff, and that could maybe be an interesting story among that. But For me, I don't know. I'm not that interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Calvin, we make a biopic. It's based on a true story. That's what it should be. Of you saving cats from a river. Like a flood. Like a dam has been broken and you're like the Hoover Dam is broken.
What? All the way over there?
And you're saving cats from the Hoover Dam that is released. It's like based on a true story, but it's very, very different.
That's like The Rock climbing a skyscraper thing.
Yeah, right? Yeah. That would be great. I like that idea. I don't know, Rick, you got anything?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, the asthmatic autistic who became a black belt, maybe something like that.
You want to go with like is it a biopic or is it embellished like Rick's or like Calvin's that I just made up? Like I just jumped into like thinking about sidekicks. Where there's there's like a championship that you have to do, you know, or like Karate Kid where it's like, all right, you have no training yet, but you will, you know. Or you keep it more personal and serious tones and stuff too, versus Hoover Dam breaking and saving cats.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, sorry, I was looking at the meme. I think that picture is me being upset that there's these porgs around me, and now there's more porgs around me.
Yeah.
And I'm more upset.
You are.
It's amplified. All right. What's its name? Undead Wings. This might be the last one because we also have to do
Bits and donations.
all that stuff too. I forgot what to call it. Undead Wings says if you could react to a show or a moment in a show again for the first time, what would it be? So is there like a show, maybe even a movie?
I got mine.
Dragon Ball
Mine
Evolution?
is an episode of The Flash when one guy is inside of another guy and explodes out of his face.
I know what you're talking about.
That was such an amazing moment to react to. I showed Rick and Calvin, who had no context. So.
It was still surprising to us, regardless of context.
Yeah.
Anytime I watch something, it's a different reaction because I'm a different person.
Yeah.
Older and wiser.
I want to wipe all of ours, but maybe at least Eric's mind of Dragon Ball Evolution, so that we can be all hyped to watch it.
Yeah.
Can we just wipe my mind and just leave it at that?
No.
You have to
I
re-experience
want
it.
the theater experience you had. I want to see that moment where you're like,
was
"Oh my
such
gosh,
a-
I want to
the
see
movie.
your disappointment
I'm
the
so
first
excited
time.
and ready for this."
When I got in that theater, I was a fat, happy boy. And I came out a fat, sad man. Just the worst.
Did you, Calvin, Rick? Do you guys have any movies or you're like, or shows or anything where you're like, I wish I could watch this again, even if it's not for a reaction, like something you'd like, I'd love to just watch this with no knowledge again.
No, my
mean,
first
The
time watching
Expanse,
something is always my least
Black
fun, so-
Sails, any of like the really great ones. I mean, I would love to say Stargate SG-1 so that we can all watch it for the first time together. Mostly just so I can get you guys to watch it, but I wouldn't know it.
We already watched Target, the first movie.
SG-1.
Oh,
The
yeah.
show.
I still haven't seen that then.
I know.
Yeah.
I think for me, honestly, it might just be like a Quentin Tarantino movie or something, because he's just like a master of like tension, and that tension's never the same the first time. You know, like you can always appreciate how it's building, but the first time you watch it and you have no idea what's going to happen next, I think that he's like a master at that. So maybe a Tarantino movie.
We need to watch some Hitchcock movies.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what I watched recently. There was something that I feel like I watched. I don't know if it was here or at home, but when finished with it, I'm like, man, I will never watch this movie the same way now because of like, you know, now I know what's coming or what's happening or what's going on.
like
you
a
know?
twist or whatever.
Yeah, twists or
Sure.
you know,
Yeah, that
weird
makes sense.
ride of whatever. And I'm like, I can't remember what movie it was, but I will not watch it the same as I did the first time.
Whoop.
I know the most recent
Throwing out-
one.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
The most recent one that I can remember watching where I'm like, where I had no idea what it was, which is always one of my favorite ways of watching movies where I have no idea what it's going to be, but it's been recommended, was The Menu. Having no idea what that movie
Menu?
was, and then watching that, I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
No, I'm throwing out all my previous answers and going with RRR.
Gotcha.
There are many other Indian movies we
Oh
can
no, I know.
have a similar
I get you,
experience
but
with.
that one specifically, I would like to re-experience that again for the first time.
Gotcha. And then Rick,
Especially that bridge scene when I just understood what they meant.
You said like the first time watching stuff is your least favorite. Is that what you said?
No, if I could live in a universe where I've watched everything and I was just rewatching things, that would be the best for me.
Why is it better? Out of curiosity,
Like
what makes it better, or what makes the first time worse?
the unexpected and not knowing what to expect and how to react to it is very stressful. So once you know what to expect, then I can just appreciate it or enjoy it. But can't do that the first time. Most times.
Do you react the second time? Because if you already know what to expect, is there still a reaction?
But
Sometimes
yeah, I mean the
for it?
first time like too stressed and I just sort of am in defense mode, if that makes sense. Most times.
Are you the same way with like books and stuff?
I mean sometimes, but I would say to a lesser extent.
I'm just curious the difference of like things like that of like a story where it's like, I guess I've never felt stressed from a show or movie or something like that. So I was just curious on trying to get.
I certainly feel I think I can get more emotional the second time I watch something.
Sure.
Because I can like see what they're putting in order to manipulate that emotion out of me, you know? And you can appreciate like an actor's performance as they're trying to build you to a point. And that can really get me in a second viewing.
Yeah, like Tales of Ba Sing Se, I cry more every time I watch it.
Because,
Like the episode starts and I just start crying.
Yeah. Like, we watch it the first time and you cry when Iroh sings. You watch it the second time and you cry when Iroh helps another.
Yeah.
I think some of that too is a mixture of like, you have more time technically with that character or person. Like even if you watch the movie once and then like the next week you watch it again, you've had a week to reflect on that character and you know who they are, where you kind of understand who they are better. Because then you can kind of get the point of whatever emotionally is hitting them. Like you're more in tune with it the second time. So I can understand that being a thing.
And I love stories that I like so much. I want to experience them more than once.
Sure. As far as the one thing goes, I guess something like some of the M. Night Shyamalan movies, like the ones that people are like, these are good ones.
Yeah.
There's a couple of those where
Like
I'm
Avatar.
like, the good ones. There's a couple of those where I've already like, I don't have a memory of watching it for the first time without knowing the twist or any of that kind of stuff. And it would be fun to be able to experience that.
Yeah, I mean, some of his bigger ones was just like spoiled by pop culture. Like, you know, it's spoiled in Who's Line and late night shows.
Yeah, it just becomes it's everywhere, and then like you just
It's pop culture.
you just know it, right?
Yeah.
Star Wars is kind of a similar thing, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
The twist there is already like everywhere, and people quote it in other movies and stuff too, even if
They
you don't
make
know what it is.
references to it even if they don't use those names.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
So
Barbie is berserk.
yeah, I think maybe for me some things like that have twists because I like the surprise, or like even like The Thing, Rick.
Yeah, sure.
Like not knowing what's what, you know. The second time I watch it is not the same as the first time. I'm like, well, I'm trying to guess what's going on or whatever, you know. Like when we played the board game, you're like, who could be the Thing, you know? Like when you watch the movie, like you think the same thing, but the next time you watch it, you don't have that. You're not like, well, who could it be? You're like, oh.
Can't wait to rewatch Dark just to like experience it, knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
Sure. Or at least having my understanding of what's going on.
Sure.
All right, that'd be our last for questions. When you go through bits, donations, and
I am ready.
all right, Rick, we'll go ahead.
There's not that many. Huff KN 816 subscribed for the first time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Daydreaming Pixie resubscribed for 3 months. Yay! Hello.
Hello. Hey. That's a me.
Is a Capricorn 15 months. Hey everyone.
Hi, Capricorn.
Hello.
Joe Kerr 100 bits. Longtime listener, first time caller. Cheers from South America, Chile, the land of the no chill.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Katie resubscribed for 68 months.
Thank you,
Damn,
Katie.
Katie.
One
thank
more
you.
month.
Nearly at the best number there is. Much love, guys.
Thank
Oh,
you.
That's great. This is good.
My cabbages, 17 months. Twitch and Blind Wave, a great combo to end the day.
Thank you, cabbages.
Thank you.
That's really good.
Malik gifted a sub. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Malik.
Thank you, Malik.
Thank you, Malik.
Irish J subscribed for the first time.
Thank you.
Thundercat.
I love how you're thinking about Google Maps.
Bad Wolf 85, 16 months. Thank you.
Thank you, Bad
Thank you,
Wolf.
Exy, I think, subscribed for the first time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Tattoo Mo resubscribed for 47 months at tier 2. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tattoo Mo.
Thank you, Mo.
Ah,
Thank
the
you so
only
much.
good porg.
A dead porg. Rupus, 23 months. Next Blind Wave podcast, Mark Hamill guest star?
And that would be cool.
If only.
We'll get our
Please.
people working on that.
We just troll everyone and don't ask him a single Star Wars question.
Let's talk about Wing Commander 4.
Wing Commander, yeah.
Oh my god.
Ask him all the questions that he never gets questioned about because everyone always talks about Star Wars to him.
Sure, like hot ones.
Don't
right?
you guys want to talk about Star Wars or Joker or something?
Finally, Kristen Lynn, 36 months. Thank you very much. Oh,
Thank
wait.
you.
There's another
One more.
Stone Cold HDP, 32 months. Can't wait till this says 3,000 months.
3,000
That's
months.
gonna be a while.
How many
But
We
thank you.
years is that? What the heck? What?
That's good. I think that was a Ben 10.
That's 250 years.
Is it? 3,000 months?
Yeah, that's what I divided by 12.
Minus 32 months.
we will be less than a quarter done with One Piece.
Wait. What?
Damn it, Eric.
Hey, can you imagine if I had the same proportions but was only 3 feet tall? That'd be nuts.
It
I'd
would
love
be
to
nuts.
see a fight like that.
All right, guys. Well, we go through the last few memes that we have. Actually, I don't know if it's the last few memes. I don't know how many. Oh, man. The egg lock was so fun. What the? Don't forget, guys, we're going to be back tomorrow at 3, where we're going to be playing Fortnite. It'll be Eric's
Yes.
first time. It'll be Rick's first time in a while. That's disturbing.
It is.
It's too much hype.
So make sure you come back for that. Saturday, right here as well. Eric will be playing some more Legend of Zelda.
Oh, my God.
And then
Roll with a bunch of stream before that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Roll with the Punches at 10?
10 a.m. Eastern.
10. Roll with the Punches. So make sure you're back here for that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jedi Survivor Monday on Wave Squadron. So
Yes.
that should be everything. Guys, thank you so much. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Jazzy, for the 36 months.
Thank you, Jazzy.